All right. We are ready to get this thing started. Okie dokie. You good to go?
Yep.
All right. I'm going to get my plane started up. Because we are dark and cold and nobody loves us. I'm kidding. Um, Door power. That on. Get the APU running. Everything up there is good. Packs can come on. Cool. Did I? Yeah, I'm aligning the RSs. Alright, I'm gonna start putting in our flight plan real quick. Well, give it the reference airport. So how bloody goes it?
Oh, it's fine so far. I basically just started putting in my FMC data, but as of now, the plane is just kind of started up briefly. I just got external power and everything, but
Yeah, it's about where I am.
so far so good.
Wait,
Are we gonna press B on this stream, or are we gonna full manual everything? Am I allowed to press B to set my altimeter?
Yeah, of course you're allowed to hit B.
Sometimes I feel bad about it. I feel like I'm cheating.
You feel like you're cheating?
Yeah.
You're a strange man, you know that?
Yeah, I mean, how can you cheat at Flight Simulator, I guess, is the more interesting question.
That is a very interesting and good question. Sim brief.
Autopilot? Is that cheating?
Using autopilot. How dare you? You're not a real pilot. A commercial pilot would hand fly that bitch all the way there. 3 hours. I
mean, that's what I did last time.
Bro, I still can't believe you did that.
I can't either. I can't either. And for anybody that may have seen that and is interested in what the problem was, it turns out the New Light mod did not like it. AAU2 and that did not work out very well. But
No,
thankfully, the developer of that mod created 2 extra packs, one for the updated 7.8 and one for the updated 7.4. And after installing both of those, it works fine. So if anybody else likes the New Light mod and also is on AAU2 beta, consider that. It might not play nice with you.
Okay. I just went to put in a second jetway. Not jetway, second airway, and it deleted both of them. That one and the one before it. Fun.
Sir, I don't know what you're talking about. That is intended functionality.
You sure about that?
Yeah.
Okay, if you say so. G24. Don't delete my shit. Okay, we're good. And I think HVQ is going to be the, yeah, it is. It's the transition for the arrival in Dulles. Alright, we're going to be landing 19 left.
We're going to be taking a star that covers half the distance of our total flight.
Pretty much.
Love it.
I just love it. Don't you love it?
I do. I think it's awesome starting the approach procedure when you're still like 250 miles away from the airport. Nautical miles, sorry.
Oh, yeah, that is going to be vectors, I think. Alright. Cruising altitude for this flight is 390. Cost index 43. Not 43, 40. It's 43, just so you know.
If I didn't know before, I do now.
Oh, I need to put in the weights. I hate using the fucking default weight and balance thing. So crap.
It is kind of annoying, yeah.
Block fuel, 47,000 pounds. And 46.9 works. And then payload 82,000. Alright, that's close enough. Let's do a fuel weight. Reserve fuel 4.7. Delete that, get our new CG. Execute. Cool. Outside temperature is 24. I'm going to do selected out of 57 with a 10% D rate. Oh, it's so nice to be able to actually use D rates in this plane again. Well, not again, but actually be able to use them when they do things.
It actually derates.
Yeah. Our wind component here. 320 for 6 knots. Almost nothing. Cool. Take V2. 159 is our V2. Let's go 169. Goes on. Look at some light in this damn cockpit. Oh, that doesn't do what I thought it does. F it, dome light it is. Okay, that didn't help very much either. Let's see, am I actually aligned to this thing? Holy crap, I actually am. Alright. Oh, Jesus.
Oh, Lord Jesus, there's a fire.
Then I ran. I didn't grab no shoes or nothing, Jesus. I ran for my life. God.
I probably would have reacted similarly.
I mean, granted, same.
I think about that sometimes. Like, in the heat of the moment, if there was a fire in my apartment and I had to pick a couple of things to grab, like, what would it actually be? What would I take? Would I even think about it at all? Probably not. I'd probably just get stuff and just leave. Or maybe try to get my pet snake. I'd like to try to save him.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't, or the cats, although they're my roommate's cats. So I would hope he would save them, but I would try to save them too. But I don't know. You know, it's an interesting thing to consider, especially if you've never gone through it before. God forbid if you have. That's horrible. But you probably never really know. Anyway, back to the annoying as fuck MSFS fuel and balance page. I'm sad that gallons and pounds is the only option. I wish I could switch it to kg up here as well. Maybe I can. I don't know where it's at.
I have no clue, actually. Not something I've looked for before, but I don't think there's a way to. I mean, actually, hold on. I think it might be under accessibility? Nope, I was wrong. Not under MISC. Yeah, I have no idea. Wait, is there a gameplay section? Graphics, camera, sound, traffic, data. Data, maybe? No. Oh, wait, yeah, there it is. It's under miscellaneous and general options. Units of measurement.
Ah, okay, nice.
US system, metric system, and hybrid. I'm gonna go ahead and have GSX start loading up the peoples.
boarding
West
requested.
boarding.
Oh, thank God. Okay, you only just requested boarding now too.
No.
I just did that, and I internally got frightened because I was like, oh man, I waited too long on this.
Nope.
But we're
Should have
good.
done it
All right.
way earlier, but I completely forgot.
Do you want to board?
Yeah, me too. just occurred to me right now. I'm halfway done
Passengers
putting
boarding
programming
started.
everything, and oh God, nobody's even on the plane.
I'm gonna disconnect the external power. I got this mod that helps with the dimming and whatnot of the lights in the 787's cockpit. I don't quite know how to use it yet though, because like it moves stuff around to different knobs. I have no clue.
I thought about getting a cockpit mod for the, what is it, the Headwind A330, but I couldn't bring myself to because I thought, man, the last time this was updated was like a year and a half ago, and it just is it even gonna work? I don't know. But the idea is certainly appealing.
Yeah.
Just to differentiate it from the 320 a little bit more. I mean, they've already done a pretty good job of that, but
Yeah,
it still feels like you're just flying a fly-by-wire again.
I finally updated my Headwind A330. Can you stop just going back to the first page, please? I'm trying to step through my flight plan, and it goes to page 2, and then starts back at the top of page 1. What the heck? Okay, I'll just look for discounts the old-fashioned way. Invalid leg selection. No, it's not. I am trying to get rid of a discontinuity, thank you. The only one that I should have is... Where is that? Matt C, between Matt C and Datey. Yeah, okay. We're good. What did I say my cruising altitude was? 39,000?
Yeah, I think so.
Alright, cool. Oh, yeah, I'm taking off runway 8. I don't know why, but I absolutely hate taking off that runway. Honestly, we should be taking off on the 3-4s, not runway 8. Because runway 8 is a 0-knot headwind, but an 8-knot crosswind from the left, which would be an 8-knot headwind on the 3-4s. I think I'm gonna change my takeoff runway to like probably 3-4 left. Yeah, that looks a little bit better. Plus, runway 8 is a shorter runway anyway. I don't see a reason why I would use it if I have the option of taking a 3-4.
Yeah, fair enough.
For left X10 7. Execute that. Let's check for any more discontinuities again. Everything's good. Alright, cool. VNAV, transition altitude 18,000. That is not supposed to be like that. 240, 10, or below 10. It should be 250 below 10. Can I change that? Not without a backslash, I can't. Key not active. Balls. Okay, guess I can't change that. Yeah, see, on the descent, it's supposed to be a maximum of 240 below 10,000. But not on the climb. Why is that an invalid entry? It's a speed restriction. Okay. I'm just not allowed to mess with that. Got it. Oh, climb forecast. Forgot I can do this. Might as well, right?
Yeah, I don't see why not.
Alright. Let's see here. Do 10,000 feet. 20,000 feet. 31,000 and 35,000. 286 or 49 and 290 42. $300 for 30. And 312 or 6. Oh, I could have just requested. Well, shit. This thing can actually handle that? Oh, maybe I will get into the habit of adding alternate airports.
That's cool, yeah. I mean, I only ever load in the alternate if SimBrief auto-populates. Otherwise, I never do.
Yeah.
I just always assume that everything's going to go according to plan. Which, in a simulator, is not the most unreasonable thing anybody's ever done.
True that, true that. Alright, got my climb ones in there. I'll do descent ones when I'm preparing for descent. Damn, YouTube never told me you were alive. Yeah, I don't know why that is, but it does that sometimes, Sasha. Thanks for being here, by the way. Alright, as soon as all the kettle corns in the back are done being loaded up, we can get on out of here.
Not a lot for me. I'm at 89 out of 373.
I'm at 211 out of 358. So you said you did a flight in the headwind since it's been updated?
No, I haven't done a flight in it since it's been updated. I just spawned into it.
Ah, we
I
should
didn't do a full flight though.
we should try that sometime. Because if the A330 has a little bit better systems, I do know that they did a lot of updates to the like actual cockpit model. I'd be excited to see what they did there. But I don't know if fly-by-wire added the VNav that's been in the development build forever to stable with this update that they did.
I don't believe that they did,
Darn.
but yeah, I'm pretty sure VNav is still in dev. But I could be wrong about that, but I'm pretty sure. Let me just look at their Discord really quick. Yeah, terrain on ND is now available. UI updates in the flypad. Let's see. More robust ATSU, enhanced flight operations with the flypad, OS 3 improvements, terrain on ND, fully replaced default fuel system, improve FMGC stuff, flight plan management handling, fix bugs with thrust reduction and accel altitude, nav aid selection, automatic tuning, hydraulics calculations and simulation improvements overall, working wipers, takeoff surveillance functions, takeoff surveillance 1 functions. I'm not sure what that is.
I have no
FWC
idea.
reports.
That's something I want to look up. By the way, Sasha, when I hit my vape, can you hear it? Anyway, as you were saying.
That's pretty much it. At least for the just the short list. But looks like we don't have VNav yet. And stable.
So what is takeoffs? TOS2 package was developed for the A350 is now available for the A320 family and A330 aircraft. This is an opportunity to review the checks that are performed by each function from cockpit preparation to takeoff. Okay, so it's just kind of an upgrade to the takeoff config test.
Okay.
And so a couple of things that it does during cockpit preparation. It checks your zero fuel weight and takeoff speeds, and it also checks if the runway that you've set to take off from is long enough for the weight and takeoff configuration.
Okay. Gotcha.
So it'll be like takeoff runway too short if you choose a runway that you just can't get off of. So if we use the fly-by-wire or the headwind A330 with like taking off from Key West, it would tell us, yeah, you can't do that.
Huh.
You know, however, I think the 320 Neo, with how powerful its engines are, just might be able to get in and out of there.
Worth a shot.
No, but I'm only casually paying attention, setting a dumpster on fire. So, wait, what? Hold on, what? Joey, call the fire department and possibly the National Guard. Sasha's doing things again.
Yeah, they're on their way.
Thank you. And the best thing about taking off 34 left, my taxi has gotten a heck of a lot shorter.
I don't know.
I hate going to runway 8. Like, why would they try to do that to us? What's the heading for 353? There we go. Sasha's like, oh crap, it's the fuzz, scatter. Boarding completed. Oh no, not the taxi light. I want beacon. Passenger signs on. Anti-ice to auto. Do I have anything in the center tanks? Niet. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and start my pushback.
Alright, I'm gonna be done boarding here shortly, and I'll do the same.
And I'm going to do what they actually do at Denver, which is just push straight back past the taxi line. They usually line up the back wheels on that solid one in the middle back there. And then once you're done getting your engines running and whatnot, just pull forward and turn.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
Yeah, that's honestly a good idea. They make like these nice big tarmac spaces between the gate sections.
I mean, this is Denver. They kind of have to. Really large aircraft come through here. Like A380s and crap.
Departure checks completed. Bypass pin inserted.
Departure checks completed. Bypass pin inserted. I had a scenery update when I was checking on my stuff earlier for an airport we haven't been into in a while.
Oh yeah.
Fucking Boston.
Ooh yeah, I updated that today actually.
Same.
You're absolutely right. We have not flown there in a while, and that is a magnificent airport.
Oh, I
That
love
flight
it.
campus scenery is fantastic.
The textures of the taxiways and the runways, the terminals themselves, it just looks so good.
Yeah, it really does.
Straight push face north, is it? Yes.
Release parking brakes, please.
Alright. Kick off the parking brakes.
All engines clear. Start at will.
Go ahead and back my ass up. Man, no, apparently this is how, not United, this is how, this pushback is how Denver stops anyone from blocking anyone else in, really.
Mm-hmm.
Because you gotta think, at smaller airports, when you have large planes like this, they back up and turn, and you end up behind somebody else that's probably ready to go as well, or someone coming into their gate that's there, and they've got to wait. I'm gonna start both of these puppies at the same time, because I can.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the 7.8 will not complain about it.
Nope. She's got electric starters.
Cockpit to ground. We have a good engine start. You can disconnect.
Okay, they didn't push me back as far as I would have liked, but this works. I can still turn out of here. We got good hydraulic pressure. Starters have closed. Is there a hesitation on that voice line? Release the brake. English. Was there a hesitation on that voice line? Wait. Oh, I missed two of those. Sorry, Sasha. They gotta make it big enough for a dream. Rip. there hesitation that voice line between release the brake and please? I think so. I think there was.
Left is clear, right is clear.
Cool. Left is clear, right is clear. Alright, move that stuff over. Alright, you know what I really love about the 7.8?
What's that?
The sharpness of the displays.
Ah, true. Yeah.
It is good stuff. Question, are you about to push back, or do I have time to sneak past you?
You got time. You got time.
Alright, cool.
Past like last 10 passengers getting on now.
Alright, we will do... Why can't I... Fine, I'll just use down here then.
Also, I've decided I'm going to be a prude and take runway 8 anyway.
Systems. Oh, are you?
Yeah, it'll be all right. 8 knots of crosswind in a plane this size, it'll be fine.
I mean, yeah, it'll be fine, but I just don't like dealing with crosswinds if I don't have to.
Yeah, that's fair.
Check the spoilers. Full deployment. Full left roll. Neutral. Full right roll. Neutral. Full back. Full forward. Neutral. I don't like how that sticks. That's interesting.
Oh, should Joey push now? Screw the last 10. Yeah, fuck them. I'm leaving.
Yeah, that's pretty much that's what she went with, and I've been made sad. I am biggest saddest, the third, on ice, the musical.
On ice.
The musical. Don't forget the musical part. It is
The
important.
musical. All right. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Biggest. I would love to. I would pay a serious amount of money to watch you sing while ice skating in front of a big crowd of people, like a packed arena. Just you, solo, a cappella.
I would pay, and Sasha says on Broadway, son of a bitch.
On Broadway, yeah.
I would pay massive amounts of money to make sure that
Not
never
have to do
never
that.
fucking happens.
It's like I make a little deposit to get you to do that. And you're like, I'll double it so I don't have to.
I think I need to slide over to the middle lane because my wingspan would have probably clipped your tail if I stayed over there. Oh Christ!
Yeah, I'm watching the YouTube stream right now. Are you sure it wasn't the second yellow line that you go back to?
I don't know, man. I don't know. Because like when they asked me where do I want to push back to, I just told them facing north on the ramp. The straight pushback facing north on the ramp, and they took me to the dashed line. So I guess maybe that's where I'm supposed to go. I don't know. On fucking Broadway, Jesus.
I think
Sounds
you
like
can
I'm
make.
getting paid either way. The bids begin at $10. You think what?
I don't know. I don't know. It's gone.
I was like, Joey, we don't fucking pay you to think. Stop that.
Well, it's good because even if you did, I don't think very often, so it would be a waste of your money if you were paying me for that.
Damn. Talk about being hard on yourself, Jesus. Alright, come on, plane. Let's go. We got places to be, things to see. ice skating and singing to dodge like the goddamn draft.
No.
It's like I said at work last week. I may not have been around for Nom, but I learned some things. Oh, by the way, you know the short that I made from when you and I flew the A320 months ago?
Mm-hmm.
I finally remembered to get that uploaded to TikTok.
Okay.
Did that not too long ago, and my phone's been buzzing non-stop with likes.
Good. I
They
still
look-
have not caved into the TikTok craze. I haven't made an account yet.
They love your French laugh, Joey. They love it.
I don't even know how to do it. I don't even know what I did.
Because like you had started the sentence with "oh," I'm like, yeah, there we go. That's the sound bite.
Gonna send it. Full send. I thought that was my best line. I was like, we're not even gonna ask for clearance. I'm just gonna fucking go.
I'm just like, buddy, I know the ass of my plane's pretty, but stop staring.
Oh, it was nice.
I still can't believe you talked me into buying the fucking Phoenix. I mean, I'm glad you did. I love the plane, which we haven't flown that in 5 ever.
Yeah, been a
But,
minute.
it's just, I've never been an Airbus guy. Now that I've flown the Phoenix, I understand. I understand entirely.
It is very awesome.
Quite. Kronk Angel. No, he has a point. God, I can't do that voice. $787. Come on. You either see that's the thing. They gotta tweak the ground handling of this plane, because you're either pushing the throttles up and you're taxiing too quickly, or when you close the throttles to like slow down a little bit, just stop giving it forward thrust on the ground, it slows way the hell down. Like Sasha says, stop staring or start paying. Okay. But yeah, it just, yeah, 19, 18, 17, it just slows down too quickly. Like,
Yeah, a lot of rolling resistance.
a lot of rolling resistance. Meanwhile, you've got the A320 where you just can't get that thing to stop whether you have the throttles open or not.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, of course you'd say that, Sasha. There's no such thing as taxiing too quickly. I've seen how you do in DCS. That girl will taxi down the damn grass if you give her the option to. And at half the speed that you would take off at, too. Or just take off from the taxiway. Hurts my soul every time. Gotta get that cruise control package. Yeah. Oh, buy. Gotta buy. See, I saw a butt, and I'm just like, she probably said, she probably meant get. But, yeah, buy works too. Hey, don't hate the bug. I don't hate the bug. I just hate how you taxi the bug. I just wish we had a super bug, too. We're not gonna go into that. My sadness is infinite, and my day is ruined. Alright. Throw on the parking brakes. Landing lights on. Runway turn-offs on. Throw on the strobe. If somebody is seizure because I can. You know what? That's something I think about every now and again. Like, people that are that have like seizures that can be triggered by flashing lights, do they take that into account when they design like police lights and, you know, the nav lights on a plane? Just because it can text you, the bug is an ATV. Oh, no, it is not. It's an aircraft. It's not an all-terrain vehicle. It's supposed to fly, not climb mountains and shit. Like that 18 over there. That went straight up and they, they're below ground level and then pop back up. And now they're climbing quickly. What is happening over there? I need to see it. That's another thing they really need to fix. Other people's multiplayer tags popping up when we're in group only mode.
Mine still look funny. I
Yeah,
don't know.
because you've got the flow thing. I already told you.
Oh, that's why.
Yeah. It can do it all. Yeah, in your
It's
hands,
honestly
it
pretty
can,
nice.
Sasha. And they take it into consideration on fire alarms. Seems legit. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and take the runway and start rolling. You gotta taxi all the way over to 8, right?
Won't take too long though. I'm moving.
He's moving. But is he moving quickly? Find out on the next episode of What the Fuck is Happening Here.
Yeah, I'm living vicariously via Sasha right now. I'm channeling my inner Sasha.
Dear God. Sasha, why is it spicy? You know, if we actually manage to complete this flight, this will be the first time I've landed the 7.8 since the AAU2 beta came out. I've flown it technically 3 times, but I've yet to actually land it.
Got too tired in the middle of the flight.
Well, the last time, yes. You know that. You were there.
True.
The very first time I tried to fly it, I got really bored midway through. I just didn't feel like doing anything for some strange reason. Just crept up on me out of nowhere. And I just stopped playing. The second time, my game crashed in the middle of me climbing out. So that didn't go anywhere. Airspeed alive. And then, of course, the last time I passed out. 80 knots.
Man, it is saying something in this plane when I have to maintain 15% N1 just to like maintain a little bit of speed while taxiing. God damn.
There it goes, kicking the elevator up again. And there it goes, stalling again.
20. 10.
What is going on with this thing, and why does that only happen to me? It did it again.
Yeah, I don't really understand that.
I've got this little thing called GSX that I can use to go back to the end of the fucking runway and try that shit again.
Oh yeah, GSX really comes in handy with that, doesn't it?
Oh my God.
Even just being able to reposition yourself at a gate.
It's just so infuriating. It's like, it pulls up a little bit, and then all of a sudden, the elevator will just kick, and the nose will raise like 20 degrees, and it'll start stalling. I don't know what's going on there, but let's try this again. And I'm gonna go with thrust limit. No, not root data. No, not root data. Thrust. And go take off 1. It's gonna be full power. Well, not full power, but most of the power. I got the power. Rip MCAS question mark? Yeah, it's essentially acting like reverse MCAS. You are very correct there.
Okay, yeah, I think I'm set to try taking off. Hopefully it doesn't do that. Man, I just want to take a moment to say how awesome this airport scenery is.
Yeah.
Shout out to Flightbeam for their Denver. It's awesome.
Flightbeam, y'all are real ones.
All right, Prez, you got this.
Sure hope so.
V1.
It's V1. Rotate. No, stop. And there it goes again.
30. 10. 20.
I just don't get it. One more time. And I swear to God, if it does it again, I'm switching to the 7.4.
Fair enough. I'm just chilling here at the runway.
I think it's some sort of a problem with the way it does the fly-by-wire. Maybe I'm gonna try pulling it up and then just going back to neutral position. Ah, my head hit the ceiling. 1 star on Uber Air. That's what I'm saying. Ended up burning through all of my fuel and restarted takeoffs.
V1.
Okay, this time it pulled the nose up on its own. Okay, we're just gonna go with it.
I'm watching on the YouTube stream. It's delayed a little bit, but I see how it kind of pulled the nose up by itself. Goodness.
Isn't that just weird? Alright. I'll just let the autopilot take over from here, because I'm Woo! Yeah, I'm gonna take a clip of that and submit it as a bug report.
First, before you do that, try the same thing, but nothing in your community folder. And if it still does it, then do a bug report. But if not, because they'll probably just tell you to do that.
Yeah.
All right, well, I'm going to try now. Hopefully it actually works.
Sasha says, cut an engine and cruise, you'll be fine.
All right,
I see you on the runway, my guy.
Yep, we are going to take off now. Throttle up. Toga.
All ass burn grass.
Knots.
I keep forgetting how quickly you hit 10,000 coming out of this airport.
V1. Rotate. Positive rate. And I think we're actually good.
Hi.
Holy shit, you are close.
Just, hi, how you doing?
Trim nose down just a little bit.
Oh, we gotta be at or below 10,000 for, kidding. Okay. As far as I know, the only mod that I have even related to the 787 in my community folder is the one for the cockpit lighting. But I remember that it did that on takeoff when we tried that flight the other night, so it can't be that because I just installed the cockpit lighting one today.
Don't know. Hard to say.
I have no idea either. But on the bright side, we're in the air now.
That is true, and god damn, we are flying fast for being this low.
Yeah, I just started climbing above 10,000. I'm already at 302 knots.
Yeah, I'm at 310.
Kind of seems to be having some issues following the nav line. Unless somehow some heavy division files managed to creep their way back in, but I deleted all that because I was tired of it popping back up out of nowhere. Velociraptor 112, you're cleared for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff.
Cleared for takeoff. You're cleared for takeoff. Okay. I guess I kind of like it so far. With the exception of the wonkiness on rotation. Okay, quick theory. I think what the problem is, 787 has a yoke, yes, but it also uses a fly-by-wire system. Maybe, just maybe, you're only supposed to move the yoke, like, back and forward as far as you would in, like, the A320, because that yoke doesn't move very far because, or not yoke, but that stick doesn't move very far because it's fly-by-wire. And then I think because of Boeing's logic, once you move the yoke beyond a certain point, it might switch over to, like, a manual hydraulic control. And maybe I'm just pulling it too far and it's going into that manual mode and just kicking the nose up into the air.
Yeah, it could be. I don't know. Thankfully, I have not faced that issue with this aircraft so far.
I don't know.
Seems to be okay on the takeoff.
Sauce says, "Hi, FAA." These two right here. Well, I'm above 18,000. I'll go ahead and turn off the passenger signs, so seatbelt signs, I mean. Let the 358 chiclets in the back move around. I really love this United livery.
It is pretty sweet.
Looks even better on the 737. Oh, and you know how I was having that issue in the 7.4 with when I hit top of descent, it just noses over real hard?
Yeah.
I think the problem, and 737 NG Driver said something about this too when he did his video on it. I think what the problem is it's calculating top of descent further back than it's showing it and activating it. So I think I'm going to start, like, until they put out a patch to fix it, I think I'm going to start doing top of descent in the 7.4, like, 50 miles back from where the point actually is. It's like, when it starts top of descent, when it starts descending, it acts like it's just thousands of feet above the VNAV path.
Yeah, I found the 310 can behave like that sometimes too. It defaults to a rather sporty descent profile.
Well, that's because with the 310, the SimBrief profile does not have the option for cost index for some reason.
Mm-hmm.
It just doesn't. I wonder if we used an A300 profile, maybe it would. But I don't know. So you end up having to guess when it comes to the cost index, because it's literally just a mock number, not cost index, because back then they didn't use cost index. They didn't have that.
Yeah, I usually just put in like 40.
And I think that's where you're screwing up, because, like, I think the recommended is 30, but I tend to use between 15 and 25. That gives me a much smoother, more realistic descent than 30 does. Because it just wants to descend at, like, 2,000 plus feet per minute. And I'm like, yeah, no, how about you don't?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, let's go ahead and bring in some music. A little too loud. Bring that down a little bit. We could just vibe for the next God knows how long. Let's see, what's our... I know our time in the air was like 2 hours and 30 something minutes. We got, according to Sim Toolkit Pro, 2 hours and 34 minutes left to go. Oh, and it looks like it's going to be raining in Washington, or when we get to Dulles. Dude, have you seen the weather on Sim Toolkit Pro right now? Like, the whole western half of the country's just got kind of scattered storms all over the place.
Oh, geez. Wow, yeah.
Yeah.
That is kind of weird. We'll be pretty clear, although we're going to fly through some shit as we're coming into Dulles, though.
Yeah. Dude, you should see the, you know, actually, I think I took screenshots. I'm gonna send you some of these. The screenshots that I took after I landed in Palermo yesterday. The weather was wild. That's, you know, that storm that we had going on in London when we took off? I think by the time I had made that flight again later in the 7-3, it had moved its way all the way to Palermo. Because let me tell you, it was dark skies. Oh, what was it? Heathrow. Okay, yeah, I am doing screen capture, so I could show chat as well. Yeah, that was... This right here was Palermo yesterday when I landed there.
Jeez.
Oh, God.
Yeah, those are nice screenshots, though. God damn.
Alright. I'd accidentally showed a screenshot from Railroads Online when I had sent some trees into space. Alright, does this give me optimum cruise level by any chance? That is, if the screens would stop freaking out. That'd be nice. It does not do it on the right one. Good to know. Transition altitude, no. Progress, no. Oh, here we go. Step icon. Optimum flight level 38,300. I don't think I'm gonna lower my cruising altitude, so we're just gonna stick with 39. Forgot I have this view. You know what always shocks me no matter how many times I see it?
What's that?
The amount of flex on these wings. Like, holy
it's pretty
cow.
crazy.
I mean, like, I know it's designed to flex like that, and it's designed to move up to 27 feet. The wingtip designed to lift up to 27 feet from its resting position on the ground. That's just insane to me. Like, imagine an A320's wings doing this. You'd think the plane would be like, I'm going to lose my wings and there's nothing you can do about it anymore. Ho ho ho, snap. You know, gotta throw that French laugh in there, but it's Airbus. Oh, we're just crossing over the border into Kansas.
Topeka.
Well, we'll be flying near-ish Topeka. Flight path is going to take us just north of Topeka, Kansas. Alright, I'll be back in a few minutes. I gotta run to the restroom.
Okay. What a pleasant flight this is so far, aside from the weird takeoff stuff at the beginning.
Hey, guess what?
Are you back?
I am.
Very good.
Either that or I died on the toilet and I'm speaking to you from beyond the void. Either way, howdy.
Howdy, partner. Can you hear me right now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. All right, good.
Ah. Oh, good. My PayPal card finally came. So how's the flight been going since I walked away?
It's fine. Uneventful.
Good.
Nothing crazy.
No random intercepts by F-18s or F-35s?
No. No.
Swell. Absolutely swell. $899 miles to top of descent.
Good stuff.
Yes. Very good. Mach point 818. Wow. I don't know why I ended up carrying so much fuel. Because my fuel prediction for when we land of 24.7 thousand pounds of fuel left.
Good.
And I've currently got 36.1 thousand. It's literally enough to do the leg back. And I'd still have a little left over. Actually, how much did I load in? 47,000. Yeah, I'd say that's about half. Long flight to Washington ahead of us. 2 hours to go. Damn near halfway across Kansas, though. So apparently the F-15 is going to be coming out soon.
Oh, for DCS?
Yeah. Razbam put out a thing the other day saying soon to finally be coming out. I'm like, I'll believe it when I see it. Because if I see somebody say 2 weeks again, I'm going to start shooting people. Okay, maybe not. That, for legal reasons, that was a joke. But But yeah, so they say. It'll be soon. But like I said, I'll believe it when I see it.
Yeah, I mean, you're invested, literally.
3 months I've been waiting.
That'll be the
Since-
spark you need to get back into DCS hardcore.
Really, the spark I need to get back into DCS hardcore is people to actually fly with regularly. I'm so tired of flying missions by myself. I just don't even bother getting on anymore.
Well, let's fix that. Let's do some more DCS. I want to actually become competent in it.
We certainly should. We certainly should.
I just need to do some quick little mission. Like I think I need to do more of the instant action stuff.
I think what I'm gonna do, honestly, is find a new squadron to join. Because back when I was in the 118th, I was like really active and it was fun. I had people to fly with. We had people that, you know, made missions every now and again for us to all run together. It was nice. But 118th ended up degrading and falling apart, so I just haven't bothered joining another squadron since, but I think I might.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah. And now large scale mission performance is no longer a fucking problem. My actual graphics performance is no longer a problem.
Yeah, that's one way to say it.
One way to say that my computer is completely overpowered now. Oh, that reminds me. I need to go on my YouTube and change the defaults for my uploads and whatnot. For like the description. Because I have my PC specs laid out in there, and, well, as things change, I update it. I forgot to update it for the 4080. Settings. Upload defaults. Here we go. What exactly? Okay, it's just the Ventus 3X. Save that. I've got another new subscriber. I'm up to 72.
Hell fucking yeah.
Was it 71 literally earlier? Oh, let's see. What else is going on in the flight sim world that we could talk about?
When's that pmdg EFB coming?
That's what we all want to know. Oh, Fly-by-Wired released a video showing off the wing flex on the A380.
Was that the one from a couple months ago, or was that pretty... Oh, that was pretty recent, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was a few days ago as far as I know.
Yeah, talk about a plane I am titillated about. That is one of them.
Yeah, I am very excited for that one myself. Yeah, I'm gonna pop into the PMDG forums and see if anyone's posted anything lately. Good old Robert.
I don't think there's anything crazy. There was a weekend update, but I don't think it's anything we haven't. It's nothing new. Just
What in
they're
God's
excited about the
name?
777, but they don't want to show us because reasons, and the same about the EFB.
Somebody on May 4th posted on the 777 forum, will the 777 be entirely new or a 777 with a 737 cockpit? What?
This is PMDG you're talking about.
Yeah, this isn't Captain Scam we're dealing with here. Releases a C-130 with no virtual cockpit. PMDG, this is the cream of the crop right here. This is the god of add-on.
Yeah, I mean, come on, man. They're gonna literally spend like 150 hours in an actual plane taking pictures and making notes, and then use that to make their cockpit.
Yeah. I don't know why, but everybody seemed to believe that AAU2 update beta was going to break the 7.3s, which I don't understand that, considering none of the systems that were changed in the AAU2 beta have anything to do with the 737s.
Yeah, no, none at all. I mean, I thought the only stuff in AAU2 was just avionics stuff to some of the default aircraft. Literally, that's it.
It was literally 3 planes that got updates. The 7.8, the 7.4, and the Longitude. And the PMDG 7.3 does not use any systems from any of those default aircraft, so I don't know why anybody thought that was even remotely possible.
People like to complain about stuff.
Alright, let's see this weekend update, because I don't think I read this. It was on the 13th. I love how he starts out this weekend update talking about some dude crashing to a pole outside of his house. He's talking about when they fixed it, they screwed up the internet. He's got normally 40 or so megabytes down or upload, and he's currently working with 0.08. I'm like, alright, Robert, alright. Push to beta testing. And he said he had an entire span of 737 updates to push to beta testing to the intake for Marketplace. The timing couldn't have been worse, not to worry. Had a trip to fly. Was always traveling with a laptop and working remotely from every corner of this great blue marble, so I grabbed an espresso, propped up the extra pillows, logged into my favorite YouTube aviation channel, good LA Explain spotting, and tried to log in. Damned hotel internet was down. You gotta be shitting me. He changed hotels because of the internet. Oh no. The internet was down to the entire area where he was overnighting for his return trip.
Yeah, that sucks. That's definitely not fun.
Man had to get the mayor involved back where he lives. Holy crap. Yeah, it says returned home from that trip, made about 200 calls to our provider trying to convince them to come out and fix their problem, which is hard because in spite of the fact that I live in a populous urban environment, we have horrible mobile service unless the phone relies upon the internet for good connectivity. Can you see the death spiral for my productivity here? It's like, anyway, involvement from the mayor's office, because we live in an area where the provider is the sole provider to most of the city. The FCC, my congressman, finally I did the smart thing and turned it over to the lovely Dr. Randazzo. I don't know what she said, but they had it fixed 12 hours later. Had to let the wife loose on him. Oh, God. Okay, so we should be getting some small updates for the PMDGs this week. Long time bugging our V-speed computations that would misapply speed correction for head/tailwind component. Look for micro updates this week. For those getting updates via marketplace have been submitted and we're awaiting ingestion notifications so we can subsequently approve them for distribution. Okay. This is for Xbox. Oh, something about the universal tablet. Continue to refine the performance process on the tablet. We now turn attention to improving the way we obtain runway and weather data from the SIM in order to improve reliability. Also refining a bit in the native mapping features that we've included for the benefit of those who do not have Navigraph accounts. We continue to refund the layout and operation of the Navigraph charting integration with help and input from the great team at Navigraph. Oh wow, I did not know that. We've been working with them for 21 years now. Did you know that?
I didn't.
No, it literally says, did you know that?
Yeah, I know, and I didn't.
I didn't either. We're really very close to where we want to be with the tablet's capabilities now, and attention is turning to the UI. For those who don't have experience working with complex systems, UI coding is generally the last phase of something like this because you don't really care what it looks like while you're working on underlying tech. Yeah, I get that. No reason to make it pretty when it doesn't actually function properly.
True. That's why I like building apps that don't even have a UI.
Oh yeah, 777. Work is progressing on this project, and we're really happy with how things are going. There's been some dev time bleed off as we continue to support the work needed for continued improvements on the 737, tablet development, Xbox testing, and workout. But overall, things are moving along, and the pieces are finally coming together in a polished form. Do not anticipate showing you in-development shots until later. The reason for this is that we're leveraging much of what we learned during the 737 development between 2020 and the present. And it's yielding some absolutely spectacular results and features that we know you will love. You know, see, that's one of the things I really like about PMDG. Granted, they don't really like to do pre-release show-offs and whatnot, but that's honestly, in my mind, a really good thing because A, that doesn't set expectations that could be unrealistic. Number two, well, I started with A, so B, it doesn't put an unbelievable amount of pressure on their dev team and their beta team to meet a hard deadline just because someone decided to say, oh yeah, by this date we're going to roll this out. So it gives people the breathing room to, you know, not make mistakes in their code and in their development. I like that. Because when you don't have a deadline bearing down on you, you're going to work a lot more cautiously than you would if, you know, 2 weeks from now they're pushing the product you're working on and you've got 2 months worth of work to do. Now, granted, I'm 100% sure you know far more about what I'm saying than I do.
Not really. I don't build flight simulator apps, so I can't really relate. But I can appreciate
that's just working on really any project where there's a, you know, a public deadline.
Yeah, that is fair. Thankfully, none of the apps that I make are customer facing. At least, like general they're internal customers.
Yeah. Business to business shit.
Exactly. Nothing that I've been a part of so far, at least directly, interfaces to the public.
Yeah.
And I'm okay with that.
So apparently, Headwind are planning on revamping the actual like visuals of the 330. So the model itself is going to get a massive upgrade here soon. I think they said that they were redoing the PBR. So like the different materials and whatnot are going to have their proper reflectivity and their proper look and all that. And the flight model, or not flight model, but the visual model itself is just going to look a lot more realistic. And apparently they're also completely redoing the cockpit as well. So that's some good news. Personally, I really like the Headwind A330-900. Absolutely love the thing. I don't fly it very much just because I get annoyed with a plane that doesn't have VNAV, but it is a really good aircraft, and the fact that it's about to get only better, pretty good. Pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we've got Topeka, Kansas down to our right. And then just ahead of us is Kansas City. Topeka is currently covered by clouds, and I think Kansas City is as well, from what it looks like up here. What's your cruising altitude? You're what, 37? I full on guessed that, even though it literally says it right there. I actually completely guessed, just from how low you look compared to me. And we are rather close to each other, so one of us is gonna have to slow down when we start descending.
Yeah, we'll see though. I mean, we still got a while, so I may creep pretty good far in front by the time we get there.
What's your cruise speed?
0.882.
Oh, I see.
Ground speed right now is 530.
Your ground speed's only 6 knots higher than mine.
Seems about right based on how slowly I'm gaining. I can take my speed down a little bit.
Oh no, you're fine.
Let's see.
It doesn't really matter while we're in cruise, but once we start descending and maneuvering and whatnot, we'll probably want to give ourselves some space.
Yeah, somebody will do a hold somewhere. It'll be fine.
Still got an hour and 47 minutes to go. Well, yeah, with the exception of the bug that I had on takeoff, I really like this.
I agree. They've definitely, I think, made this plane vatsim capable.
Yeah.
Like you can do full flights with this. You can follow procedures. You might not be able to get super into like the failure simulation and all that. And there's still a lot of buttons that don't do anything, but for 95% of what average flight simmers try to do with MSFS, the stock 787 and 747 can now do that, and that's huge.
Yeah.
That is huge.
Compared to where we started with these, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Because I remember when I first, back when I first got flight sim, the 7.8, I flew this thing almost religiously. Every flight I did was in the 7.8. After I found the heavy division mod anyway.
Yeah, me too. I don't think I did a single flight in this plane stock, like before AAU2. I don't think I did one, not even one.
I tried one. And that's when I realized that it just wasn't up to snuff, and I was so extremely disappointed. Because, like, the thing that I was so excited for with this flight sim was the fact that out of the box it was coming with a 787. I was like, what? I was excited, but then it disappointed me. And then I found out Heavy Division exists, so I jumped over to that, and I just kind of dealt with the lack of VNAV. And then the first PMDG came out, and then I was just spoiled. So I wouldn't fly anything without VNAV.
Yeah. I would say that this plane, it doesn't have full VNAV, but it's like the current stable fly-by-wire. Like, it's not VNAV, but it's close enough to be usable, you know?
Well, I mean, technically it is VNAV.
It obeys restrictions.
Yeah, it obeys restrictions. It'll calculate its performance through the climb and the descent. It'll recalculate as you change parameters and, you know, give it more information and update things.
Mm-hmm.
It's exactly what you want out of VNAV.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah, I think I might be kind of keen on giving the fly-by-wire A320 another flight soon.
Yeah, I've been thinking about that too, actually. I would love, because I haven't flown the development version of that in a while, and I would love to kind of see where they're at with it, especially now that it does have VNAV.
Yeah.
Because I haven't done a flight with it in a long time, longer than the Phoenix, by a lot, actually.
Same.
Like, if you think we haven't flown the Phoenix in a while, man, fly-by-wire, I don't think I've done a full flight in the fly-by-wire in 2023.
Yeah, I think I'd say the same. Now that I think about it, yeah.
And that's a shame, because it's hands down by far the best freeware aircraft that is available for the sim, at least that I'm aware of. I don't know of another airliner, at least, that is better.
Agreed.
You know, and I fully admit I don't know shit about the GA mod community, so I can't say best freeware aircraft bar none, but best airliner I think I can comfortably argue.
And I guess you can really honestly lump the 330-900 Neo in with that, since it uses the fly-by-wire's cockpit and systems.
Yeah. Yeah. And they've on it from the one flight that I did in that plane. It seems like they did do a nice job of adjusting the flight model to make it actually feel like you're in a bigger, heavier plane.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel like it's not like it's a one-for-one replica of the 320 just reskinned to look like a 330, you know? They definitely did adjust a good bit of stuff.
Yeah. I really hope that with the Captain Scam 777, somebody, even if it's Captain Sim, maybe, who knows, but I hope that at some point somebody puts out a mod or something to integrate the new avionics for the 7.4 with the 777-300 and the other planes as well, because that'd be a fun one to actually have. Even if it's rudimentary and meant for a different plane, it'd be fun to have, you know, VNAV and some working systems on that as well, because I hate to say it, but I did buy that thing back before I knew it was absolute crap. And I love the model. Like, the modeling is top-notch. The interior cabin looks really good. The exterior looks really, really good. The cockpit looks super good as well. The only problem is the systems are default 7.4 systems, non-AAU2.
Mm-hmm.
And really, really hope that at some point somebody comes along and integrates the new update with it, because I'd really love to fly the 777 every now and again before, you know, until we get PMDG's 777, that is.
Yeah, honestly, I
As
don't
long
even
as-
care. I'm just gonna wait for it. I'm just gonna wait for PMDG.
Yeah, I mean, I'm only saying that because I already have the Captain Scam 777, so I might as well give it a shot
Fair.
if somebody does that. But
Yeah.
all bets are off as soon as PMDG releases theirs. I couldn't care less at that point. And then the A380 is coming at some point this year. And then very possibly Bluebird Simulation 7.5. That is another one that I'm really excited for.
Bluebird, which one was that? The what?
Bluebird Simulations, they're 757.
Oh, okay, yeah. I didn't even hear about that.
Oh, you don't know about that?
Not at all.
Brother. Hang on. And it's actually rather far into development, too. Here, this is from a month ago. Let's go ahead and give that a look-see. Like 3 minutes long.
All you need to know about the Bluebird simulations, Boeing 757 for Microsoft Flight Simulator.
Let's check progress here. 627 miles to descent.
We're making fantastic progress.
That we are. We're now about a third of the way across Missouri. God, the weather going on the east in the east right now. All right, I'll be right back once again. Gotta go do something. Had to remember where in the Farfignugan my phone charger was, because my phone is about to catch the big dead.
Hell yeah.
All right. Halfway across misery. So what'd you think of the 7.5?
It looks very cool.
Yeah. From what I understand, they're planning on making that rather in-depth. Multiple engine options later on, and then the option between passenger and freighter as well. And apparently, any builds plans on making an A300 for flight sim as well. It'll be one that you have to buy. It's not going to be another free one, but there's going to be a freighter variant of that apparently. That'll be cool. That'll be cool. The fuck'd you go? Oh, you're right under me. Well, almost right under me. Well, look at you down there.
Look at you up there.
Bits of you are pink.
Switch over to drone camera real quick. I want to see what kind of livery they got for you now.
Oh, hey, you're actually showing up as United now. Your engines are blue, and I can see the paint along the sides.
Ah, you're in world travel.
Okay there, bud. You know, it's weird to know that you're technically 2,000 feet below me, but you look so fucking close.
Yeah, because these planes are just huge, so it doesn't look like it's that far.
And I forget how, like, it's really easy to forget how big the 787 is when you're flying it, and then you get it on the ground and it's like, you pass like an A320 or something, you're like, oh shit, this thing is huge. Which it's funny because the A320 in game, like, it feels and looks small, and then you see it up close in real life, like when I'm fueling them, and I'm like, yeah, this plane is kind of small. So what you got going on other than flying? 'Cause I know you're still working, right?
Yeah, that's why I've been kind of quieter. I've been responding to some stuff.
Yeah.
Trying to run some things, but thankfully it's going to be a bit of an easier sprint here. We just, like I think I was telling you earlier, we've had some big releases happen recently, so the overall workload is going to go down a bit. It's not like I'm going to be doing nothing, but it's not going to be balls to the wall every single day.
Yeah, it won't be as intensive as it has been.
True.
So I started playing Conan Exiles with Sasha last night. That shit was fun.
That fun?
Yeah, that was fun. Really enjoying that game. It's like Ark, but if Ark wasn't as tedious and set in like mythical Australia. Like Australia's origin story, mind you. It's like in Conan Exiles, you're essentially in a penal colony, I guess, just off in the fucking wilderness, and you just gotta kind of survive. It's like if Ark went from turned it down from 11 to like 5 and then mixed with Rust. The game Rust, not iron oxide Rust. You know what I mean.
The game Rust, or the Call of Duty map Rust.
No, the game, not the Call of Duty map, and not the thing that happens to certain metals when they're exposed to water and air for a long period of time. So Joey, I'm going to pull you into the great debate here. Is water wet, in your opinion?
You know what's funny? You know what's funny about that is in physics there is a to distinguish between dry water versus wet water.
Doesn't it have to do with like how bonded the atoms are in the water molecules?
I think so. I mean, part of it is just the it's an air water emulsion, basically. And yes, I did just read that off of Wikipedia.
That's perfectly fine.
But you it seems like you can make it by having water droplets surrounded by some kind of a silica coating. And it's 95% water, but the silica prevents the water droplets from combining back together, and you get a white powder resulting, which is known as dry water.
So it's just water droplets encased in silicate, but it is still water. That's interesting.
It's like powdered liquid.
What would that feel like, do you think, to like put your hand in? Like,
probably weird.
Probably. Like putting your hand in a non-Newtonian fluid for the first time. You just confuse the hell out of your senses. It's like, alright, I just saw this splashing around. Why in the world does it feel semi-solid? What is wrong? This does not compute. I would play that, but it's going to end up playing through the stream, so I'll have to look at that afterwards. But dry water, wow. That's like, I find it funny that for some reason people and some video games for some odd reason seem to think that deuterium by nature is radioactive. I just find that funny. Like, I get that it's a different, it's like heavier water. Well, wait, is there a difference between deuterium and heavy water? I'm gonna look that up.
I don't know. Oh yeah, it is. It is. That's what deuterium is.
Okay.
Because it's got a neutron and a proton.
Yeah.
Deuterium oxide, I guess technically.
Which still is just fucking water. just denser. But what would that be like? Well, I guess it depends on the molar mass of neutrons versus protons.
Yeah, I mean, deuterium is just it's just hydrogen 2.
Yeah. Well, like, I'm
Heavy
trying to
water
figure out, like,
very
how
much
much denser it would be than normal H2O. You know what I mean? Oh, hey, O-Dog. How you doing? You were here last time, my guy. But yeah, no. I don't know, but I don't know. For some reason, people think that it would be radioactive. I'm like, no, it's not radioactive. It's used in reactors, but it's not in itself radioactive. It's not just throwing off fucking neutrons for no reason. There is no... Oh, geez, my game just froze. Okay, we're good. We're good. But yeah, there is no decay that occurs for deuterium. And I don't know. It just messes with me. That's one thing that annoys me, I guess. Tell me, Joey, what is your favorite pastry?
Oh God. I have an easier time talking about wet water.
And is ice just water with corners?
Yeah. Well, no, ice is not.
Okay. Does ice
Actually, hang on a sec. I have to join a work call really quick.
Okay. See you when you get
I'll
back.
be right back.
Oh, yeah. Listen, chat, I'm gonna be real with you. It isn't easy coming up with things to talk about when you're in cruise for this long. You gotta just spit out whatever's on top of the brain, you know? I don't know why, but my brain just threw something interesting at me, and how badly I would just one day want to see a user pop in named Swanky Banana 447. And I'm just gonna speak that to the ether, because there's no one in the chat currently, and Joey's on a work call, so no one can hear this right now. But it will be saved in the annals of history. 457 miles to top of the Sierra. I am excited. Where are we right now? Just crossed over St. Louis, and we are in Illinois. If we were flying to Chicago, we'd already be a quarter of the way down the approach. Oh, YouTube. What am I gonna do with you? I'm honestly extremely happy about the amount of views my last live stream is getting. Granted, they're all after the fact, but very pleased by it. And the number continues to climb. Let's see, views in total. $711. Granted, the interaction with the video is not very good at all whatsoever, but at the very least it's getting views, and I'm happy about that. Note to self, no more 3-hour plus flights on stream. Good God. Man, Joy is getting up there. Flying barely 6 knots faster than me. But he's hauling all kinds of ass. You know what? We're hunting rabbits.
Hey, sorry, buddy. I've returned.
Hello. Welcome back, my friend.
I had to have a quick little discussion with my tech lead. We were going back and forth in Slack for a bit, talking about these things I'm trying to run right now, and he was like, "Why don't we just get in a quick call instead of messaging back and forth?"
I feel
Might as
that.
well. It'll be faster.
So, as I was saying, water with corners.
Oh, you're still on that?
Well, we never got to discuss it.
Water with corners.
Is ice just water with corners? I mean, technically, the transition for water from liquid to ice, is that really considered a phase change?
Yes.
Because if it wasn't, technically it'd just be water with corners.
It is frozen water.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the water's it has got a lot of corners. I mean, they're like crystals.
Yeah. I mean, see, the way I think of it is, if it I feel like for a technical phase change, there's two parts to it. Not only is there the change in kinetic and thermal energy, but also a change in actual physical property, which water does go through a physical property change when it freezes.
Yeah, but it's the change in thermal energy. Like it's not that two things are happening. It's like one is causing the other.
Yeah.
The change in thermal energy is causing the change in macroscopic properties. And microscopic.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Yeah. That's really all I can say.
Now sublimation is pretty cool. You're familiar with that?
Yes, but not too in depth. Go ahead.
Well, I'm not really familiar with it in depth either, but it's when you go directly from solid to a gas
Oh,
and you skip the liquid part.
yeah. Yeah. It's
That's what
essentially
hap-
what,
that's
it's essentially what happens with liquid nitrogen.
Yeah, and also what happens whenever you take ice cubes and put it in super hot vegetable oil.
Mm-hmm.
That's why the fryers can explode when you do that, because it's sublimate, turn into air right away, and expand rapidly.
I've got a funny story for you dealing with that. It has to do. Do you remember me ever talking about my friend in Pennsylvania, Alicia?
Yes.
This bitch. I taught her how to fry things, how to like deep fry things, because I'm black. She's not. Because she had never deep fried anything before. So I taught her how to deep fry like pork chops. That was what we used. And I told her specifically, you have to A, thaw them out, and B, get most of the moisture off of them, or the oil will explode. You know what this woman did? And now she's afraid to fry anything?
She exploded some oil.
She put the pork chops in frozen. No, she put some chicken wings or something in frozen. And it blew up and almost set the house on fire. And now she's terrified to try and fry anything else. I'm like, honey, it's because you tried to fry something frozen. Do you have any idea how much water content is in frozen meat? You can't do that. Like, if it's like frozen French fries or something, sure. There's not that much moisture in those. That flashing over to steam isn't going to blow up the pot unless you've got a massive amount of fries in there. And even then, that would insta-cool the oil far enough that they wouldn't even cook for a while. They'd just be sopping wet with oil. But no, she tried to immediately fry frozen chicken and her pot exploded and now she's terrified. And I'm like, it's your own damn fault. And she's like, you gotta come fry these for me. I'm like, I'm not flying out there to fry you food in the middle of the night just to fry you food.
Get a fucking air fryer.
Right? Like, if you're gonna be that dumb, no oil for you. Stop it. Get some help.
I mean, when I worked at the gas station, we would fry things from frozen all the time. I mean, that was standard procedure. Literally just take 10 fucking chicken tenders, throw them right in the bucket.
Yeah, tenders are fine. Those are processed. They don't have a natural water content like
you mean like
a
literally
living
a frozen
thing that
raw
is
steak?
chopped clean off of the original animal and just frozen.
Ooh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, she tried to deep fry chicken wings that were frozen. Like, not only is there water content in there from, the chicken that was alive, but they washed it and ran it through whatever takes the feathers off and all that, which adds some water content to it at the very least, under that, like gets under the skin and whatnot, and then they flash freeze it. And then you get that, and you gotta let it thaw out, and then you gotta dry them, and then you put them in the oil. She tried to skip some steps and damn near set herself on fire.
Didn't work out too well.
Yeah, no, not at all. Not at all.
Give me uno momento. I'm gonna relieve my bladder briefly.
Okay. Just gonna drink my tea that was supposed to be sweet tea, but is just tea with no sweet. It hurts. It hurts. All right, we are in Indiana, the state in which I live. And we just got to cross the southern bit of Indiana. We'll be in Kentucky. 56 minutes left on the ETA. Let's see where we are miles-wise till top of descent. 325.
1.5 million.
A million, billion, bajillion, quintillion.
Yeah, mine says 330.
We're currently just south of where my and Sasha's friend Cupid lives. And I seem to be overtaking you again.
What? Why? You
Get
can't
fucked,
do that.
stay fucked. I think the tailwind up here increased at some point.
Turn it down, you bitch.
What?
Make the wind go away.
Make the wind go away.
Make it stop.
Make it stop. Bye, have a beautiful time.
Oh God.
Make
Like
it
God
stop.
can't save you now. Turn off the wind, please. How many thoughts and prayers does that cost?
Million, billion, bajillion, quintillion.
Turn it off, turn it off. Actually, keep it going right now, because I'm enjoying this 69 knot crosswind, or tailwind, that's yielding a 535 knot ground speed for me right now. I like it, and that's what we get. I mean, we're flying east, so it makes sense that it's like that.
Hang on real quick.
I'm hanging on very quickly. It's about to be the longest flight I've ever done in the 787, which is kind of embarrassing considering what it's designed to do. Tell you what, though, we're about to be flying into some serious shit weather-wise.
That we are.
I'm seeing some gnarly clouds already.
Dude, look at Sim Toolkit Pro.
Yeah, I see. I can see what it's showing down there, down to the southeast. About off our nose, about 2 o'clock, 2 o'clock. Like, look at that.
Yeah.
Big massive stuff over there.
Most likely the worst of it is before our top of descent, so I think we'll end up flying over it and then down, like, ahead of it.
We'll see. I mean, we're going to be landing in weather either way, it looks
I mean,
like.
we'll be landing in weather, but not, like, severe weather. It'll probably just be some heavy-ish rain, moderate to heavy rain.
We'll be fine. Yeah, the wind in Navigraph for runway 19 or left is 8 knots of crosswind and a 1 knot headwind. So that's acceptable, perfectly acceptable for our purposes. Despite the fact that there was crosswind on takeoff, I didn't actually feel it all that much.
Yeah.
Which kind of makes sense, because you kind of need a lot of wind in order to feel the weight shift of a, what is this, 498,000 pound aircraft?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, it's like the a good analogy would be like, you know, it takes some big waves to feel it in a large ship. Like, for you to even feel the undulations at all, like, the waves got to be approaching like 10, 15 feet.
Yeah. I mean, and granted, the 787, like, body to rudder ratio isn't anything crazy like the 7.4s is, because that thing's got a massive rudder. It's like, because that's what catches the wind most on the ground rather than the body, because, you know, the body's cylindrical. Doesn't affect the body as much as it does the tailplane. Get a good crosswind hitting that vertical stabilizer and you are liable to pull, and pull hard you will. I think one of these days we should do a landing challenge thing. Like, when I'm more popular, we should do a landing challenge at, like, Jackson Hole and see who can land the biggest aircraft there without overrunning the runway.
That would be really fun. That's a great idea for something for YouTube.
Definitely. It's like some sort of community event. It's like Captain Canada does fly-ins all the time. I'd actually joined for one in down near TNCM. It wasn't Princess Juliana, but it was one of the like smaller airports around it on an island. At it was just this massive people flying in, and we were all landing on the runway at like the same time, and it was nuts. You could not see the ground for the amount of planes around you. So it made landing interesting. Meanwhile, I was in the Twin Otter in VR. I decided to be strategic and take a plane that could do STOL landings. Or I should say a plane that's STOL capable, because STOL is just an acronym for short takeoff and landing. But that is a fun plane to fly around in, by the way.
Which one? The
Twin Otter.
Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, in VR especially, I'm sure. I want to get more into that.
Yeah. Did you ever post your Oculus for sale?
No, I'm waiting to do that actually until I get back from my little trip to visit family, because I want to do that local pickup, and I don't want to have somebody purchase it while I'm gone.
Yeah.
So I think I'll probably just wait till I'm back from that before I list it.
I got you.
That's my thought process so far.
250 miles from top of descent.
Man, we've already gone 100 miles since the last time.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put in my descent forecast winds. Probably about time to start thinking about doing some of that crap.
I'm waiting till 100 out.
Do you just use the sim brief winds?
Yeah.
Okay.
If not, I'd have to look up high-level wind charts for... Yeah, I'm just not going all that into it. I mean, granted, IRL, that's what they do as well. They just use what comes in the charts for descent winds. I am really vibing with this music. Ah, jeez. See, you can visually tell where that like yellow and reddish area is on the weather radar. But like in the sim, because like you can see those high level clouds up there. It's a lot of moisture being drawn up into the upper atmosphere. Well, not upper atmosphere, but like up into the tops of the clouds. Which actually, we're gonna end up flying through that. We might end up needing some anti-icing soon.
Hey, it's a good thing that it automatically comes on in this plane as long as you set it to auto.
Yeah. It's good stuff. I love this sim so much.
I do too.
Buddy, I think it's about time that we start doing some vatsim stuff off stream so that we can practice.
Yeah, I agree. I still haven't done a single flight on vatsim yet.
Yeah,
I know I know I'm ready for it. Like I definitely have the knowledge and the skill set at this point to be able to do it. I just haven't actually done it.
Yeah. Plus,
Like, I
VATSIM,
think I. Sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say, plus VATSIM has training courses built into it. So like, for IFR clearances and stuff, you can look in there and just be like, oh, okay, so that's how it's formatted. It'll always be formatted the same, while the information will always be different. But once you get used to it, you can start picking out the information that's necessary.
Yeah, I wanna start doing that. I think my biggest hang up is that I'm afraid that I'll just embarrass the shit out of myself. But it's
And
like you
that's
can always
why
just
we should
quit.
do it off the stream.
You can always just Alt F4. You know, you don't have to stick around for your horrible failure.
I mean, it is a good thing to let them know, like, okay, I'm going offline. It's like, you know, disregard my filed plan or whatever. But, so for VATSIM, there's a thing called model matching, which, cool thing is, FSLTL has, it comes with now, I should say, it now comes with a, file that you can put into VATSIM where it will model match what's in its libraries with what people are in on the network. So they'll show up as, well, you have a higher chance of them showing up as the correct aircraft in the correct library.
Because you can use the FSLTL one for VATSIM, can't you?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Does vPilot come with a stock one?
It does, but it's all generic planes.
It's just bullshit. Yeah.
It's crap. It's flat out crap.
Yeah, I remember reading how to do that setup. You just got to paste the VRM somewhere, right?
Yep.
I'll probably start out doing definitely US flights on VATSIM. I need to, two things I think are important there. One is having approaches and charts that I'm like reasonably familiar with, and also it would add to the stress of the situation if I also have a hard time understanding the person's accent, in addition to trying to decipher and follow all their instructions when I've never done VATSIM before. But I guess you can just do the text option too, right? So it doesn't really matter.
Yeah. Yeah,
So,
you
yeah, then I guess
don't
that
have
part
to
doesn't make a
talk.
difference.
You don't
I'd
have
like
to
to
talk to
though.
them.
I'd like to.
like that.
I'd kind of like to do the voice. I think that's cool.
Yeah, but I also think that one of the cool things is now that we can somewhat trust. Oh yeah, there's the VMR file and the FSLTL traffic base folder. But I think that one of the cool things is now that your controls is a little bit better and a little more up to par. We can hop into the same aircraft, and just while you're getting used to it, I can run the radios. That way you'll be able to see, like, firsthand, this is what I say, this is what they say, this is my response, this is how it's structured, and then you can, you know, ask questions as we go. You know what I mean? Comrades, my boy is dead.
Comrade.
Oh,
Man,
coming
those
up.
clouds keep looking better and better, don't they?
Yeah, coming up on that weather.
Like I from what it looks like right now, it looks like I'm flying right into it. It looks like these clouds go above our cruise altitude.
Yeah, just a little bit. Not by much, but just a little bit. Because if I look at my plane, like, straight on from the side, I can still see cloud above it.
Well, the nice thing about being on this side of the country is terrain is not as much of a factor. It is still a
Yeah.
factor because the Appalachians are not nothing, but they're also not the Rockies.
It's a good thing we've got terrain radar then, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
That and Dulles is like pretty much right on the eastern side of the Appalachians. Things go
Yeah, pretty
flat
much.
pretty much again right where Dulles is.
Mm-hmm.
That and the Appalachians aren't that tall, so it's not that much of a problem.
Yeah, they won't be much of a factor here.
You know, when I lived out east, that was one thing that I really missed about the West Coast, like having like real mountains. Because like even the tallest peak on the East Coast is like only about as tall as I'd say about 30-40% of the Rockies. Like height-wise, I'd say, you know, a good 60% of the Rockies are taller than the highest peak on the Appalachians. Well, I am in the clouds.
Yeah, me too. Depending on how the wind shakes out, I might consider throwing on the seatbelt signs again here in a bit. So far, it's not bad though. It's been a pretty stable flight as far as winds go.
Yeah, I think up here we're pretty much going to be good all the way in. It's once we start descending through it that it's going to end up becoming a problem.
How do you get your map to take up the whole screen like that?
Huh?
How do you get your map to take up the whole MFT like that? I feel like a moron. I can't figure it out.
Oh, you're still stuck with that.
Oh, I
You-
see the iCast button. I got it.
Yeah, and then hit the right button up at the top.
And then ND.
Yep.
Ah, excellent. I love that. That's way better.
Yep, now you got your engines over on the right nav display.
I'll change the right MFD to sys. Hell yeah.
Cool thing is, you can actually do that switching with the FMC screen too. Like if you go to the upper buttons on the right-hand side and click on like systems.
Oh yeah, you can bring it up down here. That's so awesome.
Yeah. Then you can switch it back to the CDU.
Doing
Throw
well
on the weather
still.
radar.
TOD coming up in 150 miles. Does the weather radar work on this plane?
Yeah. What you looking for down there?
Weather radar? Oh, it's up here though, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, it is. I would like to know how to change the angle, though. Because it's currently set at negative 2.5 degrees. There's got to be somewhere that I can doesn't seem to be down here. Oh. I didn't know I could do that.
Yeah, we're next waypoint, HVQ, that's Charleston VOR. That's our star entry point.
So secondary to Navrad in the FMC, there is a backup ILS system in the little radio stack next to your leg.
Oh,
Yeah, down in there, if you go to Nav,
oh, I
can-
see. Yeah, ILS.
yeah, you can tune the ILS and the course, and then set that the control one to on, and that serves as a backup. It seems. Alright, coming up on 100 miles before top of descent, I guess I'll start getting things set up. Oh, weather change. Clouds up here just disappeared for a second. Alright, what do we have here? 110.1 with a course of 191, that is correct. Will be... You know what? I'm gonna get a METAR report for Dulles and see what the weather is actually doing down there. Is it raining or... Okay, we got light rain showers. Let's see. Winds 260 at 8 knots, gusting to 16. Visibility is 6+ miles. The ceiling is at 6,000 feet AGL. Overcast cloud deck at 6,000. Yeah, that's what I just said. And then light rain showers. So we will not need like Cat 2 or 3 ILS, which is good. However, I think, you know, let me actually look at a chart of the airport. Okay, so I've been assigned 19 left. I'm gonna shoot for... Probably want to do Kilo 5. Exit from the runway. And then turn back north and head into taxiway Echo. And then park at the D gates. Or, no, actually, I'm gonna shoot for taxiway Delta. I'm gonna take Delta 21, or either 21 or 15. Wait. Yeah, either 21 or 15. I'm gonna move this over so I can actually fucking see it. Yeah, either 21 or 15. Yeah, so shoot for... Well, I don't think I'm going to be able to slow down in that amount of time. So, like, probably Kilo 7's a little more realistic. Kilo 7 to Juliet, Juliet to Delta, and then into the ramp at Delta 21. Cool. Goes down to 1700. Our glide slope intercept. Decision height 502 feet. Oh, it goes by tens. Okay. I'll just set 500. And barometric pressure. Well, that's interesting. The METAR is not telling me what the pressure is. Oh, here we go. 29.68. Wow, that is low. I mean, granted, with the system coming in, yeah, but Jesus.
Where are you getting that from?
Aviationweather.gov.
I gotcha.
I'll send it to you.
I was just checking the one in Sim Toolkit Pro, and it's slightly different. It's reading 29 or 7.1.
Yeah, I use this one because it's, you know, an actual government site, and it's updated pretty much as soon as the Meta report comes in. It's like, this is run directly by the FAA.
And the Sim Toolkit Pro, I'm assuming, just uses the in-sim METAR?
No, SimToolkit Pro pulls its information from, I think, NOAA.
Oh, okay.
Actually, you can check that. I'm going to take a look right now. Oh yeah, oh wait, no it does. Weather source live. So it takes it directly from the sim, I guess. Either way. Takes it directly from the sim gets it directly from, you know, the FAA and whatnot, so. Most likely Sim Toolkit Pro is running on a not as up-to-date weather report. Most likely, considering that the pressure was higher in the one in Sim Toolkit Pro, that's going to be the previous Meta report. Because, you know, as the storm rolls in, pressure drops. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. I'm picking up what you're putting down.
I put it down because it was moist, but if you want to touch that, go be my guest, I guess.
Oh, come on. You don't have to.
I do actually.
Gross.
The music that is playing right now is so very 80s/90s. I keep feeling like I forgot something with my descent planning, but I don't think I did.
Yeah, you're fine. Just trust it.
'Cause the only thing I really have left to do is put into the FMC what flap setting I'm going to use and to give me my VREF speed. But I like to do that once I start descending and the engines roll back, because it gets a much better idea of what the weight's going to be when you land.
Yeah,
Because you're not using as much fuel as you are in cruise.
I honestly don't even set my approach ref speed until I'm like about to get the glide slope. I don't feel like doing those landing weight calculations manually.
Ooh, hold on. Sim Toolkit Pro is telling me I'm going to end up landing with a 6-knot tailwind. It doesn't really matter. 787 can handle 6 knots of tailwind. It's when it starts getting into like the teens and the 20 range that you want to be worried. I just don't want to end up running long or floating it because of a tailwind. Catfish Billy 470. What a name.
Yeah, I saw that guy too. Or gal.
17 miles until my descent. Oh, I did forget something. My
What did you forget?
forecast.
Why can you change the units on your standby altimeter?
Possibly.
Button doesn't work for me.
You know, those buttons aren't active.
It's just locked in hectopascals. That's something I would hope they would fix before the final release. Like, how hard can that be?
That's annoying. Okay, I learned something about this plane.
What's that?
When it is time to descend, hang on. When it's time to descend and you put in the altitude that you want it to go to, you have to click it in. Or else it doesn't go, because I was still at 39,000 and I should have been descending already.
Well, I started mine.
Yeah, my plane's doing some shit.
Yeah, you're going down fast. Holy crap.
Yeah, my shit's descending at 9.6 thousand feet per minute. Jesus fuck.
I mean, it makes sense. You're probably pretty well above that descent path, huh?
Okay, finally catching the VNAV path. Jesus Christ. Well, if anybody was out of their seats, they were in the ceiling.
Hope you had those seatbelt signs on.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for just low, I've got to be below 22,000. Alright, we're starting to level off a little bit. Jesus Christ. Nope. We are... trying to slow down so it stopped descending, which further above the VNAV path than I wanted to be originally anyway. Come on, just get back on path. Yeah, they've got some updating to do for sure. They're gonna need to tune both of these planes VNAV a lot. Because I was only, like, at max 5 miles beyond my top of descent. If that. It should not have had to dive like that to be able to catch up.
Yeah, mine's been a little sporty, but so far it's actually doing it more or less fine.
Well, now that it finally caught up with the VNAV path, mine's doing good too, but for a minute there it was dicey.
Oh yeah, we're almost 20 degrees nose down now, descending at 11, 12, 13,000 feet per minute.
My God.
and then we're leveling back off real fast. Yeah, I think it just. Yeah, you're absolutely right. They need to tune. It looks like both the way in which it's calculated and also the response curve of the flight director to try to meet it.
Yeah.
It's just a bit too aggressive. I mean, it does it. It works. Like, I don't have to manually do anything. It's flying the descent. You know, but my passengers are going to throw up. Because we just fell out of the sky a little bit right there.
Yep.
I think part of it, too, might be that it seems like it's trying to meet the bottommost restriction. And if there's a range that's given in the FMC, it'll try to go to the bottom one, even if that means an uncomfortable descent rate.
Yeah, and it's supposed to average them out and then shoot for like middle.
Yeah. Try to get just halfway between. Yeah.
Yeah, that's gonna need some updating for sure. Alright, now that we're lower and flying through clouds, things are starting to get fucking bumpy. Oh, really bumpy.
Man, this is beautiful weather, though. Wow.
Absolutely.
I love how they did the rain.
Alright, let's see if there's any MEDHAR update. Nope. We got light rain. Light rain on the field. However, the winds are now 300 for 12. From the west-northwest. So yeah, we're going to be landing with a little bit of a tailwind if we're both coming on the same runway.
Yep, 1-9er left is what I got.
Yep. Let's see if I can actually put fixes in and they show up. Because that would be very nice.
Yeah, that 6 knots of tailwind on landing is not seeming very good to me. I'm not a big fan of that. Whatever, though. I'm up for a challenge.
Well, I mean, we do have the option of switching to 1 right, which is just the other end of 19 left.
Yeah, that's true.
That gives us 6 knot headwind, 10 knots crosswind from the left. Or, what would be even better would be runway 30. Which would be pretty much 12 knots right down the nose and then a 2 knot crosswind. See what that looks like. I don't see any approach procedures for runway 30.
Yeah, it looks like it doesn't have any.
Well, that's definitely out.
We could just hand fly it.
We could. Alright, I'm going to... Unable to maintain VNAV descent speed, extend speed brakes as required. I'm gonna change my arrival. Yeah, what? Race. Index. Arrival. Deselect 19 left. And do 01 right. Final. Gives 4 HVQ. Cute. Legs page. Alright, Auto May, Ripen, Gibbs, Sunny J, Diob, Mike J, and then it's vectors to Mosby, and then I'm on the approach. Yeah, that works for me. Actually, throw that there.
Got a nice double rainbow in front of me right now.
Got a nice gray wall of cloud in front of me right now.
I have that too.
All right, cool. It took the new path pretty well, so.
Good.
All right, we are below 10,000. Let's go ahead and get some lights on. Logo and wing. Passenger signs are already on. Cockpit lighting is fine. I will need to change some stuff. 1900. Oh God, not again. Plane, calm down. We're only like a couple hundred feet above it. Calm. Okay. 2300 is a perfectly fine descent rate, actually. Do what you gotta do. I'll even help you out with some speed brake. Okay, that's still 110.1. Approach course is 11. Fix that in here. Precision head will stay 500. Intercept with the glide slope is now 1900 feet. I already fixed that though. I think otherwise I am good to go. Where is the decel point? Doesn't show it on the route. We'll see.
Be right back. I'm gonna relieve my bladder really quick before we get too close.
Okay. A missed approach procedure, climb to 800 feet, then a climbing right turn to 3,000 feet via heading 060, and outbound on the AML VOR. So the altitudes we need to remember are 800, 3,000, and right turn to 060. And I'm gonna go for auto brake 3. We're getting into it. Down into the shit. Take a quick look outside. Random weather change. It's fine though. Plane is doing okay. We're good. We're good. Go ahead and take off the weather radar and put on the terrain radar. Won't really need it, but just in case.
Funnily enough, I'm right at the exact perfect altitude for the glide slope. And
Nice.
Now it's going below me.
Well, you win some, you lose some. Alright, we're below 10,000. I'm gonna go ahead and... Well, I should say I went ahead and killed the music. I don't know when I want to start dropping flaps, but I know it's going to be well before my turn on the Mosby. Are you still coming in from the north?
Yeah, well, I'm going to take one... Yeah, I'm taking 1-9er left.
Oh, that's going to be a problem.
No, it'll be fine.
Because I'm landing on the other end of that runway, since the wind's changed.
We'll be alright.
I don't know that we will, actually.
I
I think you've still got time to change it, my man. Have you gotten to Gibbs yet?
Yeah.
Oh, what about Sunny J? Because Sunny J is where this diverges.
Nah, I'll switch it. Let's see. ILS, what is it? 1 right?
Yeah, one right. Final transition is final, and then
HVQ, Gibbs 4 and HVQ.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right.
still the same arrival. It switches the last bit of it for you.
All right, I switched it.
Okay, no head-on collisions on the runway. Good.
We'll be fine.
Think once I hit the turn at Mike J, I'm gonna start setting flaps.
Yeah, that was my plan too.
Yeah, I mean,
Go to like flaps 1 to 5 in the turn, and then flaps 15 on the way out. That should put us in a good spot. Had a nice speed coming in. I got it at 240 right now.
I
This is
still
gonna
don't
be a fun
understand why
approach.
this thing has so many intermediate flap settings. Well, having 17 and 18 is just weird to me. Alright. Before landing checks, all the lights are on, seatbelt signs are on, anti-ice is on auto.
A certain flap setting may
Local
help to
pressure
minimize
set.
hail strike risk, apparently,
Oh, okay.
because it enables different pitch angles on the approach, I guess. That makes
She's
sense.
good.
I'm always just going to land in flaps 30, though.
I'm gonna go ahead and arm the spoilers. Alright, I've started my turn. I'm gonna go ahead and go flaps 1. I don't know at what point this thing goes into decel. Because I'm still holding 240 knots. Like, it really should be slowing down now. Meanwhile,
Hey,
you're
Lord,
not that
hey,
far
Lord.
behind me right now.
No, I'll continue out a little further, though.
Okay.
We'll be fine on space. I'll just throw her into heading select and vector myself over. And well, let me just change this. Okay.
I'm gonna take manual control of the speed now. Slow us way the fuck down.
the different flap settings will mostly be related for takeoff, to allow different amounts of nose up
Oh, okay.
to minimize tail strike in certain situations, I guess.
Thousand above. What is that damn sound? I'm gonna go localizer.
2,500.
Flaps 10. I don't know what that sound is. Arm approach. Alright, we're on the glide slope. Gear down. And I'm gonna slow us down to our approach ref speed of 147. Speed brakes are armed.
All right, so for some reason, if you come in and out of VNav, it'll start respecting the speeds automatically again with the flaps. Sorry to bother you, just wanted to tell you that.
Oh no, you're fine. It's 25. Turn off the terrain radar because that was fucking blinding. And flaps 30. Alright, we are configured for landing.
Looks like you're coming in beautiful.
Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and take manual control.
500. Panama.
Continue.
$50, $40, $30, $20.
Oh, Jesus. Okay, well. GPWS lied to me. Boards and flaps up, and I am just about clear of the runway.
I am captured the localizer. I'm just chilling, waiting for the glide slope. I came in pretty damn low. Like, I was at 2,000 feet. Basically, when I was making that turn, I was messing around with it. I put it in flight level change to try to get it to respect my speeds, and then forgot that it was going to continue descending.
Just so you are aware, touchdown comes when the GPWS reads 20.
All right.
So I would
We'll see
start.
how mine goes.
I'd start the flare and rolling back the engines at like 30 feet. Let's get the lights off. Already got the APU starting up. I'm gonna let GSX know where I want to come in at.
Rigging the gear down. Lap 17.
Oh, Delta 21.
All right, glide slope has been captured. All right, let's see how we go.
Come on, plane, let's go.
Alrighty, my aircraft.
I'm getting like vibration.
Yeah, I've got the FS Realistic going, and it does the engine vibration.
That's right. I keep forgetting that I have FS Realistic. I mean, keep meaning to use it.
It's honestly, I've been getting back into it. I had a period there where I wasn't really using it, but now I enjoy it. Continue. Oh, fuck. Don't glitch out on me, Sim. A little bit low, but we'll be okay.
It's gonna wing stall out of nowhere?
I don't know.
Oh.
Alright, well, we're down.
Hey man, sometimes it's better to bang it down than to not get her down at all.
Agreed.
Plane, can you please move across the ground? For the sake of the Holy Roman Empire, taxi. I think it's slowed down to 1 knot on the ground. I'm like, come on. I had to open her up to like 50% throttle. Alright, looking for gate 21. Looks like 15. Yeah. 15, 19, and then 21.
Which plaza are you in?
The Concourse D. Over at the west end of it. There were no heavy gates on the other side. Or on the other end, I should say. Alright, this is me. It'd be nice if GSX wouldn't stop functioning out of nowhere.
To request ground services.
Can't all have nice things.
Stop it right here. Kill the engines. Well, AP gens are on anyway. Christ. I'll leave the electric ones on. Window heat can come off. Flight deck. No, flight deck door power will stay on. And request deboarding. Alright. Well, that's that.
Good stuff. Successful flight in the updated 787. And honestly, for being in the very beginning of the beta, I am very impressed with the state of this aircraft currently.
Well, here's my take. Compared to the state that it was in prior, I am also rather impressed with what Working Title has done with it. However, there are some serious issues that need to be ironed out before I think that this aircraft is really ready for release. Number one, that issue that I was having on takeoff. Granted, could be something in my community folder causing it. I don't know. I'll have to look into it. Number two, the descent profile. What the fuck?
Yeah, that if you were trying to do that on vatsim, the controllers would probably be like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
They'd declare a mayday for us. Like, on a radar screen, that would look like we're crashing. 100%. I'm not fine with it at all. It seems to have the same issue that the 7.4 has with at top of descent. Now, again, that could have been user error because I didn't click in the, I don't remember what it's called exactly, but I didn't accept, I guess, the new altitude that I put into the MCP. Maybe might be my fault, but I'm not sure. We'll have to do further testing for that later. On landing, I don't like that the GPWS call out for 20 was where it touched down. It should compensate for the height of the landing gear and give you the correct call outs, because I touched down a heck of a lot earlier than I was expecting. Not a fan of it. Other than that, the performance of the plane is amazing. Absolutely love that. I love the fact that it has a working performance-based VNAV, even though it is a little bit wonky. And a lot of the other changes that have come to the aircraft are very welcome. So all in all, I'd give the AAU2 Beta 787 a probably 6 or 7 out of 10 stars. But we'll see what happens in further updates and iterations of it, because again, they're not planning on releasing this public until June 23rd, so that's a lot of time for tweaking and polishing and really making it shine. So I'm
They definitely
excited.
got plenty of time.
Yeah, I'm excited for what it can be, but at the moment right now, I'm a little hesitant to try to fly this thing again until some sort of an update comes out. And that's just that. I think for the moment, until another update drops for the beta, I'll probably be sticking to 7.3, the 7.4, A320, pretty much anything but this for the moment. But, like I said, I do see those issues being ironed out, so I think it's going to end up growing into something very, very good. Which, I mean, it already is. It's super nice. I love everything that they've added to it, but at the moment, it's a little too wonky to try to fly it again.
Yeah, I guess at least you could just try to do one more like takeoff sequence with in safe mode.
Yeah.
And see if that issue still happens for you or not. Because if it doesn't, well, then that irons that out.
Yeah.
At least it's not a working title problem.
Exactly. Well, anyhow, that is it from me. For any viewers that are here, were here, or will be here watching this afterwards, thank you. And I hope you enjoyed watching as much as I enjoyed flying. Have a good one, and I'll see you in the next one.